Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Tupac here, and this is gonna be my NXT Great American Bash match predictions. Let's go. Already in the first match we will have Ren Sinclair going up against Ariana Grace for the Women's Speed Championship. Ariana Grace just recently pinned Izzy Dame on NXT yesterday to win this opportunity to face Ren Sinclair for her Women's Speed Championship. As much as I would love to see Ren Sinclair here retain her title, I do think Ariana Grace will win, and they will bring home the Speed Championship to Birthright, and they will have both the men's and the women's Speed Championships over there in Birthright under the control of Nevolution. Oh yeah, Nevolution is a mystery. In the next match, we have Tatum Paxley going up against the champion Zarya for the Women's North American Championship. And I do think this is going to be a really great match. I do enjoy Tatum Paxley matches as of recently, and Zarya. I have recently grown to love them. I think NXT has tremendous women's talent as of right now. I do think they're struggling to develop their men's stars right now. I wonder why that is, fucking Shawn Michaels. Tell me why that is. Tell me why you're developing more women's stars than you are the men's stars. And why we still have Nikita Lyons around here. What is she doing, honestly? Already, with that said, I do think Zarya will retain her NXT Women's North American Championship in this match against Tatum Paxley. I do think it's ready for Tatum Paxley to come up to the main roster. I do think she's kind of needed, maybe on Raw, to enter that Bayley Lyra storyline that's going on. That would be pretty fun to see her there, or maybe on SmackDown. I'd love to see her on SmackDown as well. With that, we have a grudge match between Dion Lennox and Saquon Sugars. This is a grudge match. Dion Lennox and Dark State did recently just kick out Saquon out of the group and disbanded him, and has been trashing on his name as a wrestler because he was on the Indies. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. And in that grudge match, I do think, as much as I want Saquon Sugars to win this match, I do think they are going to have a series of matches down the line, him, Dion Lennox, and Saquon Sugars. But I do think Dark State will get involved, Osiris the Virus, and maybe if Cutler James is ready. I don't know if he was seriously injured from what happened on NXT, but if they're both going to come here, I do think they're going to get involved in this match and cost Saquon Sugars a match, leading to possibly him facing more of the members of Dark State, and then another Dion Lennox match, possibly maybe down the line for a North American Championship. I would love to see that be in the feud with these two guys. And in that, we're going to lead into the North American Championship for this card. We have Myles Borne defending his title against Tavion Heights. I do think Tavion Heights is a great challenger. I wanted to see Jackson Drake here in this match, but I do think Myles Borne versus Tavion Heights is needed. There's story there, there's past history in Ren QCC. So I get that. I do think Myles Borne here will retain and still be your North American champion. Like I said, I do think there's bigger and better storylines down the line with maybe a Saquon Sugars, Dion Lennox story with the North American title, or Myles Borne, Jackson Drake. That would be something I would love to see. I love some Jackson Drake Vanity Project. I'm sad they're not on this show. I'm really sad that Jackson Drake or any of Vanity Project is not on the show. That the tag titles aren't being defended. There's not really a tag division, so I can't complain about that. With that, the next match is the NXT Women's Championship match between the champion Lola Vice and her challenger Kendall Gray. Kendall. I would love if Kendall Gray wins this match. I do think she's a tremendous talent. Reminds me of like a Kurt Angle or a Chad Gable, but she is really great in the ring. Lola Vice is also really great. She has grown tremendously her time in NXT. I'm not sure really if Lola Vice's reign will end here at the Great American Bash. I do think that if they're also calling up a Tatum Paxley and maybe a Lola Vice, I did hear recently that they are looking to call up Lola Vice. So I do think maybe if she does lose here, that she will get called up to maybe a SmackDown where maybe she could be with her wet boyfriend, Damian Priest. But with that, I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with the strong pick, and I'm going to pick Kendall Gray to win here and be your new NXT Women's Champion. Kendall. No. And with that, we're going to get straight into the Great American Bash main event, which will be Tony D'Angelo putting up his NXT championship against Naraku, an evil man. Naraku will come away with the win and become your new NXT champion. But hear me out, a wild take. I do think Hiromu Takahashi will be the ultimate factor. I do think Evil will be building a new empire here in NXT, a Japan-led faction with Naraku, Hiromu Takahashi. I don't know who else they would be adding into this group, but I see it. And whatever Naraku did on NXT yesterday with that fireball and hitting Tony D in the face, that was absolutely hilarious, and a callback to when Keith Lee got hit in the face with a fireball on NXT. It was crazy. It was so funny. I do think this is gonna be a really great match. I have recently loved Naraku. I didn't really know too much about him or Evil going into signing in WWE, but I have gone back and watched some of his matches. He's a great, hard-hitting, strong style type of wrestler. He hits hard. If you have seen him on NXT, he brutalized Lince Dorado in his first match there, and his match with Mason Root on NXT for this #1 contenders match has been or was a hard-hitting match, and I really loved what I've seen from him recently, as well as Tony D. Tony D has become one of my favorite characters here on NXT, but I do think his run here as NXT champion is over, and that he will lose to Naraku, and we will be under a new control. I do think he's going to set up a group kind of like a Contra type thing, and that Contra is something that MLW has. I do think that's what Naraku is going to be setting up here in NXT, or a big heel faction. As I was saying, I do think this is it for Tony D, as well as Tatum Paxley and Lola Vice. As of here, as the Great American Bash, I do think that they're going to be ready to go up to the main roster. As of now, all of them have grown tremendously over the last year and a half. Really Tony D, from the Dawn gimmick to what he is doing now, it's really something special. Lola Vice not really having much wrestling training, and to be who she is now is tremendous. And Tatum Paxley, I didn't really like Tatum Paxley about a year ago, and she's one of my favorite women's talent that they have outside of Kendall Gray, who is my top favorite women's talent right now that NXT has. I do think they're all ready for the main roster, and I do wish them a lot of success if this is their last NXT pay-per-view. And with that said, guys, this has been my Great American Bash match predictions. If you guys like my content and want to watch more, my videos will be right here. And you want to check out more of my content on my social media platforms will be right here. And like and subscribe, turn on notifications. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.